All right, we have the 81 overall New Orleans Saints traveling to Atlanta to take on the 83 overall Atlanta Falcons. Let's see if Coach Ford can come up with a victory in his third attempt. So far, he's been unsuccessful. First week was a missed field goal. The second week, I'm not sure what happened, but it ended up being a 1-point loss to the Carolina Panthers. I'll trade you my injured wide receiver for Cam. You already have two good quarterbacks. Not to mention, I don't want your injured receiver. Actually, I do want your injured receiver, but I don't want him like for Cam Newton. We trash. That 83 is fake news. Coach Ford out here threatening to fire his entire team, but has yet to actually do it. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Adea? No one said anything about you talking shit. At least I didn't see it. That's the best the Falcons are going to look right there. I don't even see where he said it. All right. Russell Wilson and the Falcons gonna look to lead his team to victory. Freeman last week almost broke 100 yards. He was 10 carries for 98 yards, 2 yards away. Someone broke the 100-yard mark last week, and I don't remember who it was. No, Ryu. I'm not fucking trading my starter for your shitty-ass backup. Still start with an L. All right, here come the Falcons. Wilson under center. This one, a handoff to Freeman, who's met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down for a loss of 2 on the stretch play to the right. 2nd and 12. I'll trade you luck and a hand job. Throw in the $50 gift card again, and you got a deal. Wilson back to throw under pressure. He shakes off the sack, and does he actually complete this one? What a play from Russell Wilson. Clip that one, ladies and gentlemen. That one good for a shrug off of the sack and a 20-plus yard completion to T.Y. Hilton, who tiptoes down the left sideline. Wilson, handoff to Freeman, stretching out to the right. This one, a pretty good gain that almost turned into something even bigger. Solid pickup from Devontae Freeman there. That'll bring up 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard carry. Thank you, Adea. Slap him again. Wilson, play fake this time. Rolling right, stepping up, throwing. Complete to the man who he threatened to fire. Touchdown, Greg Olsen. Touchdown, Falcons. Falcons with only their 2nd lead of the season. Let's see if they can actually hold on to this one. Did anybody clip the Russell Wilson extraordinaire play? On to attempt the extra point. Kelly holds. Kick is up. Kick is good. Atlanta takes a 7-0 lead against the Saints here at home. Thanks, Roddy. Appreciate it. What does that stand for? IDDQD? Coach Ford now admitting that Olsen can stay on the team for a little longer. Drake fields the kickoff just inside his own end zone, able to bring it out to the 22 before he's met and dropped. Looking like that street hobo on the street corner passing out coupons for 50-cent chicken. It's a God mode cheat for Doom. In before I spend them on stupid stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. Here come the Saints offense. Jimmy Garoppolo, one of the best quarterbacks of the young season, already complete for 7 yards. 2nd and 3 for the Saints. Tyler Eifert motioning right to left across your formation. Garoppolo play fake to Jordan Howard, looking, steps up into the pocket, still looking, throws left, and it's intercepted by the Falcons. Joseph flocking back to the end zone with his little group of birds there. Good job, Falcons. And Goatman, Coach Ford on the sidelines, couldn't be happier right now. I lied. He's still pessimistic. He thinks he's still going to lose. Shades of Deion Sanders out there. Atlanta to attempt the extra point. And it's good. Atlanta now leads 14, New Orleans nothing. Not even quite 2.5 minutes off the clock here. Fielded by Drake in the middle of the end zone. He's going to bring it out anyway and still ends up with a better return than before, but he takes an unnecessary hit to get the same amount of yardage he would have had if he had just taken a knee. Interesting that Garoppolo, right after I say he's one of the best of the young season, throws a pick six. Hey, Ryan, what's up, bud? Garoppolo under center, 3-step drop, looks, throws, hits to Devontae Adams on a slant to the left, gain of 12, 1st and 10. About to trade that corner for What about the corner that just got your pick six? Or was that the safety? It might have been your safety. I can't tell. Empty backfield for Garoppolo. Throws out to Eifert. Eifert bouncing off of 2 tackles, rolling forward for another couple of yards. He's okay for now. I don't know how much more he's got to do to be safe, though. Like, a pick six, man. What more do you want from these guys? Trip receivers bunched tight to the left. Garoppolo in the gun, back to throw. Almost intercepted. The linebacker unable to bring this one in. He got one hand on it, unable to get 2. You're finally getting a look at the starting offense for the Saints. I'm not sure that they've shown up yet. Cut the linebacker, coach says. But he did make the defensive stop. It might not have been a pick six, but he made the stop. Garoppolo in the gun, throws left, and he's taken down before he can get the first down. 4th and 2, the corner who missed the reception earlier, able to get the tackle on this one to stop them from getting a first down. Is that good enough for you, Coach Ford? 4th and 2, and the Saints punt team will come out onto the field. Only nice thing they'll hear for the game. You didn't even tell them good D when they got the pick six. Barry punts this one away, and it's a mediocre punt at best. Atlanta, Russell Wilson at the helm, will take over at their own 28-yard line. Has a dungeon underneath his home field. He shackles them up after the game so they don't run away. That's kind of funny. Wilson under center. Freeman in the backfield. This play, a run to the left, and he's eaten for lunch. A loss of 3 for Freeman, 2nd and 13. Number 94 of the Saints, after making the tackle, has to adjust his bra strap. Running suicides out here for every bad play. How many did Greg Olsen have to run after fumbling that ball in week 1? Wilson under center, 2 receivers to his left. Freeman unable to get anywhere. He's still dragging men, but he loses another 2 yards. His line not blocking for beans out here. And Josh Norman comes up to make the tackle. 3rd and 15 for the Falcons. Literal. Damn. That's a damn shame out there. Come on, Olsen. But I guess with his new lease on life, he's made up for it, right? He had a good game, not a great one, but a good one last week, and this week he's already gotten you a touchdown. Wilson, let's see what Coach Ford's drawn up for him on 3rd and 15. Nothing good. Wilson just checks down to his running back who's coming across on a dig. 4th and 14, we'll see the Falcons punt team for the first time today. Be right back. Killing luck. You got to make sure you have medical staff on hand to bring him back, though. Don't forget that key part of the equation, Coach Roddy. Lock to punt. This one got some nice hang time. Falcons unable to get down there to cover it, but he's only able to pick up a few yards. The Saints will take over at their own 36-yard line from with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Coach Boone's over here like, I don't know. He might not make it back. Statistically, if you code once, you might code again. Jordan Howard gets this one, carries off the right tackle, and that's going to be a pickup of 3 as we end the first quarter. Your score, Atlanta 14, New Orleans 0. Wilson out there flexing on him so far this game. Every pick he throws is an extra minute before I dial 911. Well, what about Phillip Rivers for Coach Spyro Dragon out there? He's thrown 8 interceptions and no touchdowns this season. Garoppolo, play fake to Howard, who stays in the block, but it's not enough. The right tackle gives up the sack to Avery, and Garoppolo goes down as Avery just poses for him. He's looking like a statue out there. I'm surprised he didn't try to emulate the statue out front of the stadium. But that's going to bring up 3rd and 19. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. Rivers might as well stay dead. Coach Dragon hasn't taken such drastic measures yet, but we'll see if he wants to jump on board with this kill, no kill train. Brian the 9 and the 1. Garoppolo back to throw. Looks right, hits his... Oh, wow. The Falcons giving up the big play here. And we thought the Falcons had a sure stop, but no. The Saints make them look foolish on that one. And Coach Ford is not going to be pleased. Jordan spinning, powering through. That's not Jordan, it's Smith. Whatever. It's number 89. Big gain, first down for the Saints. Oh, y'all think this is just a game? Pay cuts. Saints just into Falcons territory here. Garoppolo back to throw. Looking down the middle of the field, never looks anywhere else, but he hits his man. The Falcons unable to read his eyes, even though they stared at the same page for about 5 seconds. Complete to Davante Adams, 1st and 10 at the Falcons 35. Nobody on Coach Ford or Coach Boone's team is working under contract, he says. They got handshake deals, and we all know during this pandemic we don't shake hands, so they're on verbal blowjob deals. I formation for Garoppolo, play fake, under pressure, looks left, tipped but unable to be intercepted. And you got to think Carr, if he comes up with that when he re-solidifies his job, but after dropping the interception, Coach Ford on the sideline saying, one more time. One more damn time. See if you don't find your ass on the street. That's why he plays safety and not wide receiver. The Saints so far with 9 passes, only 1 rushing attempt. I formation. This time it is a rushing attempt. Howard bounces it out to the right. Carries for a gain of 6. 3rd and 4 for the Saints here with just inside of 4 minutes to go in the first half. Acting like it right now. You get paid to do one thing, make kicks. Garoppolo with receivers to his left, he hits Eifert, and not sure how the Falcons just let the star tight end run right up the seam with no resistance whatsoever. They dropped back to cover the 2 wide receivers, and they let the tight end come right up the middle. That's going to be another first down for the Saints. Probably taken from Antonio Brown's dislocated elbow. 1st and 10 for the Saints at the Falcons 15. Here comes the safety on a blitz. This is a cover 1 defense. Safety unable to get there as Garoppolo throws the quick slant to Davante Adams for a gain of 6. That's Adams' 3rd catch for 30 yards today. I hate you, Roddy. Do you even pick 6, bruh? 2nd and 4. 3 wide receivers, tight end to the left. Garoppolo, pump fake, hands off to Howard, who has the first down, runs behind the first down marker, and he gets tackled 1 yard short. Falcons not going to question their good fortune, just going to look to come up with a stop here. You can take the 20 out of the Madden, but you can't take the 20 out of it. 5 wide set, and that's going to be a false start on the Saints. Back them up 5 yards. Coach Ford laughing, turns away from the camera so they don't catch it. We know, though. 2 minutes and 1 second to go. Saints will have to run this play before the 2-minute warning. Come on, the X-Fat cores. Garoppolo to throw, looking left, complete to Cook, but he gets knocked backwards and he's not going to get the first down. 4th and 4. We're going to see the Saints field goal unit come out onto the field as the Falcons give up big play after big play, but they stop them when it's really down to it here. Coach Ford breathing a little sigh of relief. We've hit the 2-minute warning. 1:57 to go. Fitzpatrick holds. The kick is up, and it's good. With 1:53 to go until halftime, your score, the Atlanta Falcons 14, the New Orleans Saints 3. Think we'll get the second shutout of the week? Not here. Play Madden 20, bruh. The kickoff, fielded by Miller in the end zone. He starts to take it out, thinks better of it, takes a knee, and Russell Wilson and the Falcons offense will look to put more points on the board here with 1:53 to go and all 3 timeouts intact. That man had me dying all day. You just kept that thought with you the whole day, huh? Wilson scrambling, looking left, hits middle. T.Y. Hilton complete, spins away from a tackler. He gets this ball to the 46-yard line. Another big completion from Russell Wilson to T.Y. Hilton. 1st and 10, the Falcons have some momentum. Wilson looking, throwing right. Looking to hit Snead for his first completion of the game. But it looks like the defender able to make a break on the ball and bat it down just in time. Freeman motioning out of the backfield. He's one-on-one with a linebacker over there, but the safety drops over. Not going to throw there. Hewerman, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's going to be today. Gains 5 yards on the reception. Clock continues to roll as they get just across the 50-yard line. 1:15 to go. 3rd and 5, Atlanta with all 3 timeouts. If they pick up the first down here, you like their odds to put more points on the board. Wilson back to throw, looking, hits Hilton. Another completion to T.Y. Hilton. This one for 9. 1st and 10 to the Saints 40. 1:01 to go. Falcons call their first timeout. Wilson in the gun. Freeman to his right. Looking, hits Greg Olsen. Olsen was dragging across the middle. It's a completion for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Falcons call their second timeout. Falcons still convinced they're going to end up losing this one. I think they're going to win, but maybe I've just jinxed it. 4 wide receivers. Running back to Wilson's left. Wilson back to throw. Looking over the middle. Complete to Olsen again. 2 completions in a row. The clock rolls. 1st and 10 to the Saints 14. 45 seconds to go. That's Olsen's 3rd catch for 61 yards. Wilson with the hard count. Doesn't snap it. Throws it right. Almost intercepted, but fortunate that that one's only batted down again. 1 timeout left, 37 seconds to go. Like I said, you have to like Atlanta's chances to put more points on the board here. Will it be 7 or will it be 3? Atlanta, Wilson back to throw it. Looking to hit Freeman coming out of the backfield. Has him wide open, but overthrows him. 3rd and 10. And Wilson started off looking really good. Now looking slightly above average. Four receivers set. Bunched in tight. Wilson, 3-step drop. Looking, throwing, over the middle, to the right, to the camera crew. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the Falcons are going to have to settle for a field goal here. Coach Ford not pleased with his quarterback. You see the disgust in his animated features. The kick is up, and he's true. Blair Walsh signed off of a free agent waiver wire out there. Able to give the Falcons some points, unlike his predecessor. And with just over 20 seconds to go here in the first half, Atlanta now leads 17, New Orleans 3. Drake fields this one in his end zone. He runs it out, and he's going to be dropped before he even gets to the 20. He's going to fall forward to 20, and that's where the Saints will take over on offense. 23 seconds to go, 3 timeouts. They have time, but my guess is their coach is a little bitch and is going to call running plays. Let's find out. Hand off to Howard. Big carry up the middle, and now the Saints rethinking their strategy here. He carries for about 10, and that leaves them with 18 seconds. The Saints call a timeout. They have 2 remaining. You can just read Coach Ford's thoughts there. If you guys give up any points here, I swear to God. Garoppolo with no running backs in the backfield this time. Back to throw, looking left, throws it deep. Almost intercepted, then dropped. Almost caught by Adams and dropped. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, 13 seconds to go. Will they try it again? They will. He looks left. This one complete to Smith, but... well, they're actually going to call a timeout. Not sure what the point is. There's only 9 seconds left. 3rd and 4. Carr has now dropped 2 interceptions for Coach Ford. As Coach Ford mumbles to himself about what kind of punishment is likely to befall Ford. Carr, I mean. Sorry. Garoppolo back to throw in the gun. Throws over the middle to Devontae Adams. Stiffs arms his way past the 50, and the Saints call their final timeout. This one, they're not going to try to Vikings this one. They are going to go for it. 3 seconds to go. Going to try and put this one in the end zone. Garoppolo back to throw. Looking right. And Carr actually is the one who comes up with this interception. You mean to tell me those easy one-on-one interceptions, too difficult, but the one where he's got to outperform 8 other people to come down with the ball, that's the one he's going to make? What do you think, Coach Ford? Does he get to stay, or is it too little too late? He gets the pick that doesn't matter. Also true. At halftime, the score is Atlanta 17, New Orleans 3. Falcons with 1 rushing yard. That's a damn shame right there. Up yours, Chiefs. Coach Boone still unhappy with the shellacking the Chiefs gave his team in his debut. Not sure he's going to let that one go until he gets a chance at revenge. This is a look back at your pick 6 where Jimmy G has all day to throw and still ends up giving up a pick 6. Saints to receive the ball here after halftime. Fielded by Drake at the goal line. He's to the 10, 20, the 24, and no further. There you see Garoppolo's stat line, 11 of 16, 107 yards, and 2 interceptions. That last interception coming on an underthrown Hail Mary there at the end of the half. I'm not going to count that one against him. Weak eye formation for the Saints. Handoff to Howard. Breaks up the right side, and it started off looking like he'd be met in the backfield. Instead, he carries this one for a full 10 yards. Actually make that 11. His offensive lineman just made some key blocks there at the last second as he met the Sorry, as he met the line. Weak eye formation again for the Saints. Three-step drop. Garoppolo looking over the middle, hits Davante Adams, shakes one, gets tackled from behind. 1st and 10 to the 50. Bless this awful game. Whoop. Good thing the linebacker was there, otherwise Adams has taken that one all the way. This time we've just got the I formation for the Saints. Hand off to Howard, stretch play to the right. Brought down after a gain of 3. Imagine if Rockstar owned Madden. Yeah, they'd just be out there body slamming people like it was NFL Blitz. This one, another handoff to Howard. A gain of 1 where he's dropped. 3rd and 6. Coach Ford pleased with Anderson there, but not sure what his feelings are about the rest of his team. Three wide. Tight end on the right side of the line. And we're going to get a false start and back the Saints up 5 yards. Coach Ford says they're all trash cans.
Offense.
That's a generous description from Coach Ford out there. It'll be one Madden game out every 5 years full of microtransactions, and you have to pay real money to sign it. Garoppolo back to throw under pressure. It's a screen to Darren Sproles. He's got blockers. He's got blockers. And that's a big first down. Down to the Atlanta 28-yard line. Darren Sproles showing why he's one of the most elusive backs in the game. Are the Astros playing? No, because we'd know the signals the other teams are giving at that point. The Houston, the fans will try to bang them. It actually would be funny if there's a game in Houston, too. Because this line might come back and make it into the commentary. I formation for the Saints. Play fake. Looking over to the right. Hits Davante Adams. Complete just inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal for the Saints. Go home and bang your trash can is my favorite way to dismiss an Astros fan. Davante Adams now with 6 catches for 81 yards. Both passing offenses looking fairly decent in this one. This one a pump fake and then handoff to Howard on the delay. Howard carries this one for 6. That'll be 2nd and goal at the 3. Yeah, we got it, Roddy. Goal line defense from the Falcons. Cup in motion from left to right. Another handoff to the running back Howard, who falls forward for a gain of 1. 3rd and goal for the Saints at the Falcons' 2-yard line. Garoppolo looking to throw. Complete to Geronimo Allison. Yes, that man's real name is really Geronimo. That's a touchdown for the Saints. Good thing the Falcons built up that early lead, huh? Pierre Louis not even actually making a play there. Saints, extra point almost blocked, but able to be converted, and the score is now New Orleans 10, Atlanta 17. Falcons will receive the kickoff. You know the difference between an Astros player and an Astros player's father. After the father banged the trash can, he clearly lost. Kickoff fielded by Miller and taking a knee in the end zone. Russell Wilson will lead the Falcons offense back out of the locker room for the first time. Taking over at their own 25-yard line. Goatman, do you still think your team is going to end up choking and losing this game like they did to the Panthers last week? Strong eye for the Falcons here. Handoff to Freeman. Straight up the gut, spinning, dashing, carries it for 10. 1st and 10 at the 35. For those of you who weren't here in week 1, the Falcons had a chance to beat the Eagles, had a chance to take them to overtime at the end, and missed a field goal. Week 2 comes, they have a chance to redeem themselves against the Panthers. They start out decent, got good, took a 17-11 lead, and ended up losing the game 17-18. Handoff to Freeman. This one off the left guard, carried for a gain of 6. Those PDMs, what have I done reaction. I have opened Pandora's box. Wilson, another handoff to Freeman. He starts right, counters left, and it's a 1st down. 7 carries for 21 yards for the Star. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. Coach Ford thinks his team is worse than B-Rabbit at the beginning of 8 Mile. There you see him on the sideline, still trying to coach him up, but in his heart of hearts, he knows he's fighting a losing battle with this team here. A bunch of choke artists on his team. He's not impressed at all. Trips bunch tight to the right. Wilson under center, play fake. Rolls out, hits Hearns, who spins out of a tackle, and he's down to the Saints' 28. 26-yard grab for this receiver. And Wilson, despite having some questionable plays, has overall looked pretty good here. You got to think Coach Goatman Ford is looking at not just not putting him on the hot seat, not just not cutting his paycheck, but in fact giving him a raise and maybe even a hand job. Yeah, see, he's clapping. He heard me. He likes the idea. But he won't admit it. He says he's still on the hot seat. Wilson, audible, hands off to Freeman. And Freeman goes down for a loss of 2, but Harold Landry III, linebacker for the Saints, gets injured on the play. You got 4 receivers in tight. Play fake to Freeman. Looking right. Throws complete to Hewerman. Down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Falcons. If I'm not mistaken, and my math might be bad because I've already forgotten everybody's scores, but I think this is the most points we've seen in a game in week 3 so far. Especially if Atlanta puts any more up. All right. right, here we go. First and goal. Clock still rolling. 5 minutes to play. Handoff to Freeman. Straight up the middle for a Falcons touchdown. No, Ryu, your team hasn't played yet. They're not going to beat the score here. You know your team ain't good enough for that. Look at the blocking there. Freeman has a hole big enough to drive me through it. Then you see him pointing to his blockers, giving them the credit. Nobody pointing to Coach Ford. Nobody wants to give him credit. Players are threatening to revolt. With 5 minutes to go in the game, Atlanta leads this one 24-10. That's why I picked the line as my first picks. Did you pick them as your first picks? I'm not going to lie, Petrie. I did laugh when I heard him say that. Like, I got the promo in advance so that I could respond to it, but I didn't really respond to him. I just responded to the situation. Garoppolo back to throw, looking left. Complete to, no, Sproles drops this one, and the Saints have Lamp out. Not sure how he got hurt there or who he is, but he's injured. After the quarterback and wide receiver, so they weren't first. Got it. Garoppolo back to throw again. Heaves it to the right. Oh, man, complete and then broken up, and then it just hangs there, unable to be brought in by anybody. 3rd and 10 for the Saints. Garoppolo, 3-step drop, rolling left. This one intercepted by the linebacker. And the Falcons bring this one to the Saints 28. That's where Russell Wilson and company will take over. I'm interested to see what kind of match that me and DPB get put in. I told Jake I don't care what kind of match he makes it, as long as it's one-on-one, unscripted, and no interference. Anything else is fair game, although it's probably not going to be a tables match if you're already in one. And it's probably not going to be a cage match because we already saw how boring that was. So we'll see what other kind of match they might put us in. Wilson under center. Handoff to Freeman. Gashes them again. Stiff arming, bowling them over. Runs this one to the 9-yard line. Coach Ford says the linebacker can stay. What about your running back? He's been pretty good. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Another handoff to Freeman. Runs this one for a gain of 2. I was actually going to do a promo about that, Roddy, but the problem was it was so long, and then Foley lost the assets when his computer crashed or something. So, but the biggest thing is I was already knocked out, so I don't really know that Foley hit me. And even if he does, like, I already expected him to turn on me anyway. That's just Foley doing what Foley does, which that was part of what I was going to say in the promo. But didn't get a chance to. Freeman carries it, runs over his man, and gets back into the end zone. Go ahead and buy some real estate here. I think we're going to be here a while. Touchdown Falcons. That's Freeman's 2nd trip into the end zone. Need time to make dinner before the match ends. Trying to tell me your running back is only good because of the line after watching him run people over, huh? Kelly holds. Kick is up. Kick is good. Atlanta takes a commanding 31-10 lead here with just over 3 minutes to play in the game. Yeah, exactly, Roddy. I don't know, the first step of doing anything, like, I don't need to go after Mojito. I've already done that. I don't need to go after Deuce. I've already proven I'm better than him in every conceivable way. I don't need to go after Foley because I've already taken him out prior to this. The only one in there that I've never gotten the one-on-one match in the ring with is DPB. And I've been wanting that for almost 2 seasons now. So this was a good chance to get that. Garoppolo back to throw, looking over the middle, complete to Smith. This one, a gain of 12, 1st and 10 for the Saints. the long game rivalry. You ain't better than Deuce? How not? I've beaten him. I beat him in the tournament, which wasn't canon. I beat him for the title. And I outlasted him in a triple threat match that he didn't deserve to be in the first place at Bub Mania 2. For those of y'all watching this on YouTube, we're talking about our buddy Jakenheimer's WWE E-Fed. Check him out at twitch.tv/Jakenheimer. Garoppolo incomplete as he throws this one into the flats on the left side. 2:22 to go in the game. Atlanta can't possibly choke hard enough to lose this game at this point, right? Garoppolo to throw, looks left, hits Adams. Adams catches it and then is brought down by his face mask. This is going to be another 15 yards added to the end of this one. That'll take them out to the Falcons 42, I believe. 2:18 to go in the game. Coach Ford making the coaching adjustment here, telling him to strip the ball. Garoppolo coming out with no back in the backfield. Throwing over the left, complete to Eifert for a gain of 9. Yeah, by the way, I plan on calling out Gruffy after I'm done with DPB. I may not be allowed to have him because Kraz is technically the #1 contender, but I'm going to call him out anyway. That's the 2-minute warning. And with 2 minutes to go, the Saints have 2nd and 1 at the Falcons 33. Trying to make this look respectable. Complete to Smith again. This one down to the Falcons 23. Yeah, you're still not getting your chair spin, Ryan. Garoppolo back to throw in the shotgun. Complete to Eifert. This one looks like it's going to be a 1st down. Nope, it's going to bring up 2nd and inches. You get a chair spin after the game. No back in the backfield. Continue to go 5 wide. Complete to Tyler Eifert again. Takes 3 men to bring him down. 1st and goal at the 2. Here we go again. And he's complete to Smith again. Touchdown Saints. It's obviously too little too late, right? Let's see. And no, Gruffy, I'm still going to call you out next because regardless of whether you're the champ or not, I still, I want the revenge there. Here's the extra point. It's up. It's good. Saints cut this one down to a 14-point lead. They're going to need an onside kick, another quick touchdown, another onside kick, and another quick touchdown just to tie this. Coach Ford still doesn't believe that his team's going to win. with 1:17 to go and a 2-touchdown lead. Here comes the onside kick attempt. And it's fielded cleanly by LaFell. And that should do it. The Falcons technically do still have to pick up a first down because the Saints have all 3 timeouts. And you know the Saints coach is petty enough to use them. Coach Ford's optimism has gone from we're going to choke to maybe we'll choke. Here we go. Wilson, handoff to Freeman. Absolutely destroyed before he even gets anything going. It's like the lineman was there at the handoff. Pretty sure Wilson could have handed that ball to the lineman if he really wanted to. But that's going to be a loss of 4, and the Saints will take their first time out. 2nd and 14. So far, once Goatman wins this one, that's going to be the first time that the users have started 3-0 against the computer all season. A gain of 5 and another timeout from the Saints. Imagine if the Falcons go for the field goal and get an extra 3 points just to spit in the face of the Saints here. 1:08 to go in this one. It's going to be the longest minute of your life. Falcons out in the eye. Another expected handoff to Freeman, who goes for no gain. 4th and 10 at the 42. Saints call their final timeout. Will the Falcons go for a field goal here? No, they're going to punt it. The Saints still have a marginal amount of life. Jimmy G and the Saints offense will take over at their own 13-yard line. What would y'all say or do if Garoppolo actually comes out, leads them down the field with like a quick touchdown, and then they get the onside kick and they're only down by 7? If it happens, what would you say? Garoppolo back to throw, looking left, complete to Adams, who breaks out of the first tackle, but doesn't really get much afterwards. Only a 3-yard gain. The Saints can't afford to nickel and dime their way down the field. They've got to actually get big chunks. I'd say told you. Coach Ford would be ever the pessimist. Another adjustment made from Coach Ford here, telling his defense to go for the strip. 3rd and 7 for the Saints. Throwing deep over the middle, not deep enough. And it's first down, but they're only getting up to the 27. They have to go for big chunks of yards. They can't afford to go for little 5, 10, 15-yard plays. They're going to have to go deep, and they're going to have to go hard and fast. Garoppolo back to throw, looks left, complete to Adams, who does get out of bounds, and they're going to stop the clock. Hey, look, we just completed a Twitch achievement. The Empire Business 4 streamed for 2,000 hours total. Well, there you go. Garoppolo to throw. Needs to throw it deep. Needs to throw it now. He heaves it deep, left side, and Carr comes up with another interception. He's dropped 2. He comes up with 2, both on Hail Marys. And what do you think, Coach Ford? Does Carr get to keep his job? He can stay now. Coach Ford, ever the benevolent coach. Oh, for us to only have been graced by his presence. And that's finally going to put the nail in the coffin here. All they need to do is take a knee. Just take the knee. Don't hand the ball off, you idiot. He hands it to Freeman. Would be hilarious if Freeman fumbled and they took it back for 6. But that's not what happens. He runs it forward for 9, and that's going to do it for us here in Atlanta. Your final score, the Atlanta Falcons 31, the New Orleans Saints 17. Coach Ford excited, but very reserved in his excitement. Thinks that's going to be their only win of the season because he has no faith, no optimism, no ability to coach apparently. Just thinks his team is full of hot garbage. Everything except for passing yards, the Falcons win here. Those 4 takeaways are a big factor in this win here. Although 2 of them amounted to nothing. So really, it was more of, 2 takeaways to none.